Alright guys, we're going to read this book. We're not going to read all of it, but while we're reading it, I want you to think, why are we reading this? Is this to entertain us? Is it a story? Or is it to persuade us? Is it to tell us an opinion and tell us why their opinion is right or wrong? Or is it an informational text? Is its main purpose to give us information and let us gain knowledge? So, while reading, think of those questions. Look at the globe. Find the top of the globe. You are looking at the Arctic. The North Pole and the Arctic. The North Pole is in the Arctic. The Arctic is very cold. The Arctic has snow and ice. The Arctic is windy too. Looking at this picture, it tells us the temperature in the Arctic can be negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit, which is negative 34 degrees. That's colder than it's ever been in Reno and Sun Valley, guys. How can animals live in the Arctic? Some animals have fat to keep them warm. Some animals have fur to keep them warm. A walrus has fat. A wolf has fur. Some animals have fat and fur. A polar bear has fat and fur. Some animals change colors to hide. The animals hide on the snow. The animals hide on the ground. The Arctic fox has gray fur in the summer. The Arctic fox has white fur in the winter. Some animals go to different places to find food. This moose lives in the Arctic. How can plants live in the Arctic? Some flowers look like cups. The cups hold heat from the sun. Some plants have fuzz. The fuzz keeps the plant warm. The fuzz keeps wind away from the plant. So what's it doing right now? Has it told us a story about animals in the Arctic? Has it given us an opinion about why the Arctic is the best? Or has it given us information about the Arctic so we can learn about it? Keep thinking about that, guys, as we continue. Some plants live on rocks. Moss can live on rocks. Moss has very small leaves. Moss does not have flowers. Some birds eat moss. Some birds put moss in their nests, too. The moss helps keep the eggs warm. The weather can change the Arctic. Warm weather can change snow and ice. The snow and ice can change to water. Plants and animals must change when the weather changes. The Arctic has oil. People will use the oil. Land in the Arctic can change when people take oil. These animals may not find all the food they need. So what we see right here is this is an oil pipeline. And so they're pumping oil from one part of the Arctic down to Canada, down to America. And so it's taking part of their habitat away, but we're getting that oil in exchange. Plants and animals live in the Arctic. Now we have a nice little grid, nice little picture to show us what all lives in the Arctic. Kind of a review. So, what do you think, guys? What was the purpose of that text? If you said opinion, you're unfortunately not on the right track. It wasn't telling us why the Arctic is the most amazing place in the world. It wasn't telling us that polar bears are the coolest animals you've ever seen. So, it's not an opinion piece or persuasive piece. Was it for entertainment? Well, yeah, you might have liked this story. It might have had some cool facts, and you were pretty engaged by it, but an entertainment piece is normally like a story. Like you think of Harry Potter, you think of watching a movie. It's something that has a plot, a beginning, middle, and end. And this one didn't really. What we found on every single page were facts. And when we're learning facts, that means that it's an informational piece. So I can look on this page, and one of the facts I see right away is some flowers look like cups. The cups hold heat from the sun. That's a fact. I'm learning something. If I go to another page right here, some animals have fat and fur. That's another fact, another thing to help me increase my understanding of the Arctic. So if you said that this was an informational piece, its main purpose was to inform, then excellent job. You had it correct.